Tipsters, here we go. We about to break it off for you after the bumper. All right, tipsters, what's up? We're here from number 5 of my rookie IDP 411. We're going to go with my man, Nick Bosa. All right, I pretty like this kid. I think he's really solid. I have some concerns about him. So without further ado, Nick Bosa. All right, like this kid, I think he's got a good opportunity. He's in the right spot. I think he's going to have some help with D Ford on the other side of him. I think they're going to move on from Solomon Thomas, which if you know me or you've talked to me, I said Solomon Thomas was going to be the bust of the draft when he was drafted. Wasn't a big fan of him. Just thought he was in a good spot at Stanford, good coaching. I didn't think he was a great player. And he's shown that personally. Now bringing in Nick, who's not been extremely productive, but he is definitely a player that he's athletic enough and can really help that team defensively, especially with D4 being on the other side. I think that helps them a lot. I think he becomes, one of the top 5 rookie defensive ends for sure. I have him in my group. I also have a bonus guy that I'm going to talk about who's not in my top 25 because I was just a little iffy about him, but when you talk about production, really excited about him. I'll get to him at the end of the draft or at the end of the podcast. All right, here's my thing with Nick Bosa. I think he's a great athlete. I think he is a transcendent player. I think he is exactly like his brother Joey. That's my player comparison. It's pretty easy. They look the same. They act the same. They're brothers. They're family. I can see production be the same. I also have a problem with how they're both injury prone. And Nick more than Joey. Joey Bosa, contract talks, and then he got injured last year. Hasn't played a full 16 games. I'm really, really concerned about Nick Bosa. He tore his ACL during high school, which knocked him out of his senior season. Then last year he had a groin injury surgery that took him out. Now he's pulled a hamstring in the first week of OTAs, and I told everybody, I said I'm concerned about this kid, and then boom, he pulls a hamstring. That's my biggest concern with him. I think he's pure talent, and I think he can really help the team. I think that he has the opportunity, if he stays healthy, to be a really good player this year. I think he can get, 10 tackles for loss, 15 tackles for loss, 10 sacks. I think he could have a Bradley Chubb season if he stays healthy. I just am a little worried about that. I just have my concerns about the guy, and as you should too. And I have him here in my top 25 because I believe in his talent. I'm just worried that he's going to get injured. And I think a lot of people are in that same aspect with me. I just don't know where he's going to end up, and I just don't know what to tell you in the aspect that should you bet your money on him and should he be a top draft pick for you? If you believe he's going to stay healthy, yes, 100%. If you have concerns like I do, maybe hold off on him. Go after one of the top 5 guys or top 4 guys that I have, which I'll be breaking out over the next 3 days. I'm getting a little late this week. Usually I pop off on Monday, but we're gonna do a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, to finish off the top 5. And I'm even gonna give you a bonus guy here and there. Today I'm gonna give you a bonus guy. It's getting kind of crazy, but that's the way it goes. Okay, I'm gonna go on with my next guy. And if you have got questions and you want me to answer something after this, if you're not viewing live, but some of you are, and I appreciate that. And somebody's chiming in about how he thinks his attitude's better. Well, I don't know about that. I'm a little worried about him. The one thing that I can say about a guy that has been coming up a lot for me, and I'm getting a lot of questions on Twitter, is a guy that is my bonus guy, and he's growing on me fast, and I like him, and he's got a massive amount of production in college, but he played at a very small school. Oshane Ximines, okay? I don't know why people keep calling him, say Jimenez. I'm sorry, he's not Mexican. It's Ximines. Just deal with it. But the kid is super talented, right? 51 tackles for loss. 51. Okay? This dude gets after it. Okay? He's 260 pounds, had a good Senior Bowl, had a pretty good combine. I think he's a very down-the-hill guy. They have him at rush edge right now, and he's in the perfect spot at the Giants. So I'm getting a lot of questions about him because of where he's at, and they need a guy like this kid. And I think training camp and preseason is going to show you a lot about the kid. If he starts showing out, I mean, he might be a guy you can go up and grab. Maybe somebody you can put on your roster right now if you're already drafted and you're looking to waiver wire pickup, and you're like, man, maybe I should grab just one more defensive lineman, especially if you're in a defensive end heavy league. I think he has the opportunity to even be, in the top 2 or 3 leading sacks on the team. And if that's a case for you and you think you can go deep with him, especially if you're in a multi-defensive end league, then take him. I like this kid. I really like, especially if you're not going to be able to go up and, get a guy ahead of Bosa that I have, which we'll talk about tomorrow, in Allen. And then, but I like Oshane Ximines, sorry. I just messed up on my own conversation. Oshane Ximines is an athlete. He's going to play defensive line. I'd like to see him maybe move back a little bit, playing rush edge and linebacker, which I expect he'll do some. Guys, he's going to be solid, but so is Nick Bosa. And I'm pretty excited about, both these guys. I just throw, Shane in there for a little grabber, a little bonus, because not many people are looking at him, and I'm here to help you guys a little bit. I'm pretty excited about what's going on in our group. If you haven't heard, I'm going to be doing an offensive podcast coming up on Wednesdays. It won't be this Wednesday. It'll be closer to the season. What's called the Dirty O Podcast, where we'll be talking about defensive players and a lot of offensive players to get ready for the Thursday night game and the weekend. Not many people put out a Wednesday night show, and we're trying to give you the content to do that. But to do that, you need to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel and to our VIP. Here's the thing: if you're going to be a member of the VIP group, you will get that notice, and you'll get to see me going live on a weekly basis on Wednesdays. If you're just a subscriber and you're just a YouTube subscriber, you're going to get that content a week later when we release it to you. What's the point of that if you're not an actual subscriber, right? Because then you're going to miss out on the content I put out on Wednesdays to see what's going to happen the next day on Thursday. That's the whole point of doing it. So why be a week behind? Right, I don't want you to do that. So subscribe, bring your friends. We'll just make it easy on you. DM me. If you're not a subscriber, you're not a VIP member. We've added 20 VIP members just in the last 3 days. Here's my thing to you. Ready? The next 15 people to send me a DM or to my man BStew47, free VIP membership. Free VIP membership for the year. Next 15 people. If you retweet this, say I DM'd you. DM me and say you retweeted this video. Free subscription to you. Hit me up. Proud to be here. And remember, let's go, let's go, let's go.